Go live. Right, I am really not sure as to whether this is actually going to work or not. Apparently I'm live. But video is unavailable. Of course it is. Let's just see. If I refresh this, does it change? Will it change? Probably not. I've probably put in the wrong stream key or something. Yes, apparently we are supposed to be live, but it doesn't seem that we are. So, let's see what happens. Aha! We are indeed live. So then, lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course, all of those in between. My name, in case you didn't already know, is Dexter. I've just realised that my microphone is all the way over there, and I better... There we go. My microphone is now beside my mouth. Right. I'll just move some stuff around. I am very disorganised tonight. Of course, that's not really all that much different to normal. But my microphone's now there. Everything's loaded up. And we'll see what happens, I guess. We'll just have to see what happens. So how is everyone today? I see that the live chat has actually been quite busy even before I started, which is amazing. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in advance. So, right, let's go back into this a little bit. I'm actually going to start from the most recent comments, and I'm going to work my way back a little. So, thank you very much, Paul, for letting us know that you can see me, but at that point, I couldn't actually see myself. Thank you very much for letting us know that, Albert. Tinks, is this going to work? I guess it is now. It's the best bid, Dex, before the stream starts. Yeah, I quite enjoy reading your comments before everything. Well, I'll say that, but in reality, I don't get a chance to read the comments beforehand because I am generally rushing around panicking, trying to make things work. So, yeah. For any of you that are new, unfortunately tonight you only have me, no guests tonight. But tonight is more of an interactive chat where I can talk to you. Right, see you later then, Albert. Fair enough, guys. See you later then, Paul. Thank you very much for dropping by. But yes, tonight is the night where I do a live stream where I sit and talk to you guys, and we'll go over some talking points. We'll go over what games are available this weekend, and generally just try and have a bit of a chat. So let's get back into these comments and see what else has been said. Gassy says, and Dex's invisible dog. My dog is not invisible. He just wouldn't come on camera. Albert says, could be worse off. Colin decided to live stream himself in the bath. Indeed he did. That was not something I was expecting to see that night, but see it I did. Gassy, we all have Von bags handy just in case. Is this get me to 1,000 subscribers for doing nothing? I don't know who you are. Do we know who you are? But we get to see him naked. Unfortunately, you don't get to see us naked. We have Ben saying, hey, I get free Wi-Fi in your Greg's, Mr. Lamb. And tune in on Monday and you can see Albert's purple head. Indeed. And I'll get onto something in connection with that a little bit later in the stream. Gassy, Dex always threatens to get naked, so bear that in mind. I do quite often threaten it, but so far I haven't gotten drunk enough at an event to do it. It probably will happen at some point though. And this is the bane of camera phones. So far I've gotten half naked. And I'm not going to go any further back than that, guys, because obviously that's going into comments from before the stream actually started. So anyway, right. For those of you that might be new, the first thing that I always do when I do a live stream... Was that the dog? No, it wasn't. It was my imaginary dog. The first thing I always do when I start one of these live streams is I'll start off by giving shout-outs to where it's actually hosting games this weekend. So, if you're not interested in where you can actually go and play this weekend, then either bear with us or give it a couple of minutes and come back and I'll probably still be talking about it, so give it another few minutes. Other than that, I'm really sorry, but you're just going to have to bear with us. Right, if you're watching this after the event, just skip forward. Right, so, first up, the UK Woodland Masters 7-man event is on at Hollenbush this coming Sunday. It is £300 entry, but that is not individually, that is for a full team. It is event paint only, which I think is fair enough. All of the games are 10-minute time limits, and it is 8 balls per second, semi-automatic only. Now, yes, this is, I think it's a mechanical event, I think. I might have that wrong, I might be totally wrong in it. But I think 8 balls a second is a reasonable sort of rate of fire. If you're using a mechanical, you're probably actually going to be able to outfire that. But, hello there, Colin. I've just seen that you popped in, so thank you very much for joining us again tonight. I think that's a great one. Unfortunately, I did see that it was capped at 8 teams. Now, I'm not sure if the teams, if the players have been capped out. If they have, unfortunately, you won't be able to get in there unless you can get down and possibly guest. The other options are to go down and just support the teams that are playing. You might be able to get in there and help them out with podding up and things like that, cleaning hits off. Basically, just for lack of a better phrase, pod bitch for the team. Any teams that you go down and help out will massively appreciate it, I have no doubt on that. Next up, there is a walk-on at NPF Bassett's Pole, which is again this coming Sunday. The entry fee is £45, including a box of paint. And their recent reveal is the Mounds Mania Field. I'm not sure if that's just a working title or if it's actually the current title. But the Mounds Mania Field, it's just been recently revealed, and you're going to get to play it if you go down. Next up, there is a walk-on, a mini walk-on at Paintball Park Kidderminster, which is, again, this coming Sunday. There is, as with always for Paintball Park Kidderminster, there is no entry fee, but it is site paint only. So effectively, you're paying your entry fee in the cost of your paint, which, again, perfectly fair, I think. Paint is available from £40 to £45. There is, I believe, 3 different paint options there. Again, that is for a box of paint, obviously. Mag-fed players are welcome, however, there is no first strike rounds allowed on site for this game. Next, there is, I'm sorry, I'm starting to stumble over myself already. If you book online, you get a free Domino's lunch included, or if you are paying on the day, it is an extra £5 on the day. So book in advance and you get a free lunch. Can't go wrong with that. On site, you have an on-site shop and a covered over base area, which I've said before, I think I was talking about it on Monday night stream. A covered over base area, or even just covered over sections, is always massively appreciated. Because you don't get wet, and your kit doesn't get wet while you're out playing. Next up, the War Dogs are playing... sorry, I'll say that again because I think I slurred a little bit. The War Dogs are playing at Task Force Paintball in Cowbridge. This isn't an open to the public game. However, if you are interested, if you get in touch with the War Dogs or through their Facebook page... I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments and getting distracted. If you contact the War Dogs through Facebook, on their Facebook page, and have a word with the guys from the War Dogs, you might be able to go down and join in, get to meet the guys from the team, play with those guys, have a bit of fun. Yeah, so go. You might be able to. You might have a good laugh with them. You never know. If you're a guy without a team, you might even end up with a new team. There is also a MagFed session on District 23. This is on, I think it's Friday the 15th. I might have the days wrong. It's either Friday or Saturday the 15th. So Saturday the 15th, running from 6 PM until 9 PM. It is £28, including paint and kit hire. So if you haven't heard of one of these games before, District 23, they run, they're sort of tester sessions, MagFed sessions, whatever you'd like to call them. They're primarily for rental players, however, normal players can go and get involved as well. Your kit hire, as I said, is included in the entry fee, which is, you get, I believe it's a T15, is it the Tipman T15? No, it's not. Tipman TMC, sorry, my bad. You get Tipman TMC, 4 mags, a chest rig, mask, and overalls. And you also get all of your paint that you will need for those games provided, which I believe is approximately 4 mags per game. So you pay your £28, it doesn't matter if you go out and blast all those mags off, you come back in and you will get your mags refilled for you, which I think is actually great. It's a fantastic way to get new players into MagFed and also into playing paintball. Next up, there is also, again at District 23, there is a walk-on on this coming Sunday. It is £18 green fee and free entry to MagFed first timers. So if you want to go along and you want to take a friend who has never played before, take them along and they get their entry fee for free. Or if you want to be a little bit sneaky, you could tell them that it was £9 entry and get yours half price. If you want to be really sneaky. Alright guys, I'm trying to talk here. If you want to be really sneaky, you could even tell your friend who's getting their first time for free that it's £18 and then you get a first time then you get a free event. But that would be a little bit sly. Now, as always with District 23, it is an indoor site that also runs other things on the site, so it is site paint only, and they use a clear type of paintball, or a clear brand of paintball. I believe it's generally Tomahawk, but I might have that wrong. Don't quote us on it. Next up, there is a walk-on at Mayhem Essex. Again, this coming Sunday. It's £50 and there is a choice of paint brands. There is also an on-site shop and an indoor kitting area. Again, just like PPK, having an indoor kitting area. I believe Mayhem Essex, I believe their indoor kitting area is actually heated. So even if it's a terrible weekend for weather, yeah, you're going to be nice and warm and dry. And when you come back in between games and you're soaking wet, if it's, you know, we do live in England and it rains a lot. Oh, sorry, we live in Britain and it rains a lot. You can come in, you can get dry, you can warm up a little bit. It's not going to be the end of the world. Ambush Paintball from Southampton also have a walk-on the 16th. It is £25, including cake and pizza, which, if I was in the area, that is the game for me. Rental kit is £5 extra, I believe, and paint is from £27 per box. There is also a walk-on at Skirmish Dorset, which is £45, including a box of paint, or £25, including bring your own. So if you have got paint stored up from previous events, yeah, you can take that along to there and you can go and blast it all off. Both of those prices do actually include a burger lunch. Next up, I'm going to have to actually flip over to the monitor here, my secondary monitor, if I can find wherever my mouse is. And I will have to delete some comments that have popped up. Right, also this weekend, Outpost, Borderlands 5 at Outpost Paintball. This is June the 15th and 16th, obviously this weekend. And right, let's get into details on it. Which aren't exactly where I thought they were going to be there. So I'm going to have to hunt around a little bit for this. So I have talked about this before, this event. For the pre-booked prices are £35 for members and £45 for non-members. So if you were one of the lucky players that has booked in advance, awesome. You're going to get down there and you're going to get it a little bit cheaper. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have the rest of the details here, but I will come back to it. While we're talking, I will have a little bit of a bounce round and see what I can find for you. So I'll just jump over to here and I'm trying to think where it'll be. That site's as good as any. Unfortunately, I've got that much running on my laptop that everything takes ages to load now. Right, so I'll just quickly scroll down through this and hopefully, I know I should be more organised, and I try to be more organised, but it never happens. It's just never gonna happen, is it? Right. Why is nobody sharing more details about this? What else we've got? I just saw more information on this, and now I can't find it. Oh well. Right. Anyway, There is links to everything that I've talked about there in the description bar down below. Unfortunately, I can't find any more information on Borderlands 5 right now. But as I said, I will. As I'm talking to you, I will keep scrolling through and see what I can find. So, Reds for the win at Borderlands. That's from Gassy. Is it Reds versus Blue? I'm actually not sure what the factions are even. I've never played Borderlands, and I know that that is criminal. Everyone's always telling us that Borderlands is a fantastic game, not just the actual video game. And I know it. And just it was never one that sort of came across my desk. Well, I never put it in the computer. But everyone reckons it's amazing, and I will get round to playing it at some point. Right. I will quickly go into the comments here a little bit. Right, what we got? Albert, how is your invisible dog? My invisible dog is absolutely fine. Paul, yeah, we'll be off now. And which Albert also replied, bye. Albert, so I'm missing the good stuff out. What do you mean I'm missing the good stuff out? Oh, is that the stuff from before the stream started? Yes, I'm missing the stuff out from before the stream started. Towards the end, once I'm running out of things to talk about and I need to try and fill out a little bit more time, then yes, I will drift back towards the very first comments. Unless the conversations are rolling. Right, from Colin. 8.4 BPS on your pump over a virtue clock. Is that it, Colin? I am disappointed in you. We can definitely do better than 8.4 BPS. I reckon at least 10. I think one of us, me, you, or Albert, has got to be able to get about 10 balls a second pumping. Ben says, Dominoes, indeed. Albert, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a pig. Yes, it's supposed to be a pig. Paul has posted my dog. Ben says the paint at District 23 is Tomahawk with clear fill white shell. And also summer is initializing, but 404 error. Albert, God, here we go. Dex is using tech. Here where the shit hits the fan. Yes, I'm trying to find stuff. I've actually loaded up Instagram onto my laptop, and to try and find out how to. I can't work out how to open messages on Instagram on my laptop. I can do it from my phone, but definitely not from my laptop. I can't get my direct messages open. No idea what I'm doing. Colin says, where's Silent Bob? It doesn't appear that he's here yet. But hopefully, Colin, the Chandy Man will make an appearance. Does his fan have a lamp attached? No. But I wonder if I could actually get one of those made up as a t-shirt. Thing is, I don't know if anyone owns the copyright to that, Ben. So, yeah, it's possible, but not necessarily going to happen anytime soon. Ben also says making a pump emac. Hopefully he is. Colin, that Borderlands is free on PSN this month. Well, that's no good to me, mate. I play Xbox. Borderlands info sent to us on Facebook. Aha! Thank you very much there, Gassy. Right. So then, I'll have a quick read through this then. For Borderlands, which is, again, 15th and 16th of this month, Borderlands 5 game weekends 2019. Only £45 for the weekend if you pre-book below. Great value for 2 days of gaming and camping. Discounted rate for Outpost Club members. I think a discounted rate for club members is definitely reasonable. DAL and Hypervision corporations, or Hyperion corporations fight it out for control of Pandora. Vault Hunters carve their own path, forming allegiances with or fighting the corporations. Everyone is in pursuit of the most profit. A range of paint is available from £25 a box. I think if you're buying the £25 a box stuff, you're probably going to have a bad time. it'll go through your gun, but it's probably not going to burst. So I would step it up and go for something that's a little bit over £30. 30 to £35, you're probably going to have more fun there. Saturday, 6 mini games as factions capture territory. New for this year, OMG Magfed games are running. OMG is running Magfed games separate. Which I've said before, the guys from OMG are absolutely spot on. They know what they're doing, and they always host good games. Totally support them. Sunday, big game, hold your territory, open vaults, and earn dollars. Rental kit and day passes are available. So, if you are interested in that, guys, or anything else, there is links down in the description down below. And also, a massive thank you to Gassy there for giving us that information. It seems that everyone is soon learning that I am useless. This is why I have hosts on a Monday. This is why I have co-hosts on a Monday, because then it's not all my fault. It was revealed that I can't even share a screen on Google Hangouts on Monday. So yeah, if anyone's interested, feel free to go and check out Monday's live show, where we actually had an extra guest on. We had Mr. Nicky T on the Monday show, which was fantastic to have him on. I think we had some great conversations, and also it turns out my dog is now invisible. Right. So, let's get back into the comments here, because I'm bouncing from screen to screen. What we got? Yes, so again, Gassy, thank you very much for that. Colin says, it had been a while, Pump Fury hadn't had enough practice. Oh, well, you got to get that arm in shape there, Colin. What's that? Facebook message knobber. Yes. Ben, no, it's from the moth memes off Facebook. I know what it's off, Ben, but they taken, if I was to, because I think one of those, it could make an awesome little sort of in-joke, but if I take it and just stick it on a t-shirt, I'm not sure if I'll get in trouble, because like the idea of taking somebody else's drawing and things like that. Yeah. So I think, yeah, but I definitely think we could do it. Albert, come off it, Colin. You're a married man. You'll get loads of practice. Gassy, General Gassy comes out of retirement for the Borderlands weekend for the cover for a general who can't make it. Indeed, Gassy, thank you very much for reminding us there. I had actually forgotten that you're going to be general in the event. So I hope it all goes well for you. And Gassy, no decks, I'm recruiting. Hey mate, if you want to use my live stream as a way to try and get more players over on your side, feel free. Send us the information. I am more than happy to share posts about it. Right. So then, before we get into this any further, I'm going to try and do something here. I have had a small video, submission for this week. So this is a little video that's been sent in by Nightmare, and I am going to try and share this. Now, if anyone's interested, you can follow the guy over at Nightmare_SpeedQB over on Instagram, and if I click this and then click that, right, now hopefully this works. So I'll just go over. This is Nightmare with his GOG enemy and a little Eggy 3 hopper on it. I absolutely adored those hoppers. Now I can't hear this at this point. But loads and loads of people absolutely adore these markers. The GOG enemy, it's a cracking little marker. For the price, yeah, it can't be beaten. Well, if you're after something nice and cheap, just try and now pause this. There we go, paused it. But yeah, they're a great little marker. Chandyman actually has spent a bit of time and upgraded his massively to the point where there's a lot of people don't even actually recognise it as being. I'm trying to find what I'm clicking on here. There's a lot of people don't actually even recognise it as being a GOG enemy anymore. It actually looks like a little Mark 10. Now, I'm sure that the people that are in my stream at the moment have probably seen it before. I know that there's a lot of you that are in stream at the moment that I actually know in person. So yeah, you probably have seen the Chandy Man's little GOG enemy Mark 10, and it's got a few internal upgrades and things like that, and it's had a lot of work done on the outside, but they're still an awesome little marker. And I know that a lot of it's plastic, but yeah, cracking little guns. Right, I'm going to drop back over onto here. And back into the comments. So anyway, thank you very much, Nightmare, for that video. I've totally forgotten the word again. Thank you very much for that video submission. And wait, what we've got? Gassy, yes, I am really struggling to speak tonight. Gassy, it does look a lot like an automag, but I suppose this is it. A lot of these markers are they're sort of throwbacks to old school tech, but just with modern twists on it. You made from lighter materials, made from stuff that's going to be more efficient on field. And I adore that. I love the fact that I love the fact that people are bringing back old tech that is, or even just old style of markers, and people are having fun. I think it was Nicky T that I was talking to about it, and saying that, you know, people can go out and play some of these mech games with markers that they've had sitting in their wardrobes, or sitting in lofts or garages, that they can get those out and then go out and play with those markers, and they're going to keep up with some of these lighter, newer markers, things like the GOG Enemy or the G-Mech, the G-Tech, the E-Mech and the G-Tech, things like that. You can go out and you can play with those markers if you want to go and get something new, or if you know how to work on them and you've got one, you can go out and you can play with the older markers as well. And it's kind of, we're all going back to an almost a level sort of playing field. There's no electronically assisted markers that are going to send out ridiculous amounts of paint downfield. It's a really nice thing. So what's the comments? But Gassy, yes, that's why I retired. I couldn't afford a general after that. Oh, hang on, no, I've missed comments. Ben, free shot glasses. And to which Gassy had replied, that's why I retired. I couldn't afford a general after that. Yeah, I bet buying all those shot glasses, that couldn't have been cheap. Albert, Red Alert minigame. Is the Red Alert minigame from the Red Alert big game? Ben, you touched his weapon. I was impressed. The GOG was canny too. Yes, indeed. Swear the twisted turnip. I'm not totally sure what that means, but okay. Right, so I'm going to close that down now. There we go. And now we get onto. I'm just going to have to quickly close these comments down. Right. So the first thing I want to touch on tonight is Manchester 3D Printing are doing a giveaway for the fact that they've hit 200 likes on their Facebook page. I believe they're now heading up towards 220. Brilliant. I love the fact. Will you guys stop sending stuff? I'm trying to share things here. So yeah, you've sort of thrown us off. Team YouTube, stop. I'm about to try and share something. So in fact, can I just close down? Right, options. Collapse all chat tabs and turn off chat tabs. Haha! Haha! Try posting comments now. Right. So where was I? Manchester 3D Printing is doing a giveaway to celebrate the fact that they've hit 200 likes on their Facebook page, and are giving away a PodPal mask stand, which, for those that haven't seen it before, Manchester 3D Print have come up with a range of both marker stands and mask stands that actually fit inside of a standard pod. That's brilliant. I'm not sure if you can get both a pod stand, a mask stand and a marker stand in a single pod, but they are really nice looking. They're nice simple designs, but either way, I wanted to give this a shout out because if anybody in here hasn't already liked the Facebook page, please go over and check it out. But I'm going to drop back over onto OBS here. Again, I'm going to flick over onto share screen. Right, so share screen. And guys, please check out Manchester 3D Printing. Manchester 3D Prints. I think it is printing. Their mask stand that they're giving away. Look at that. We've actually got like a proper little animation for to check that out there. I'll play that again. Look, that's really cool. Now you get one of those. Now I'm going to just flick back over on OBS back onto the main screen. So thank you very much, guys, for checking that out, and please go like his page. I really like the little mask stands because when I first started playing paintball, I know that it's not a major thing, and I think they are more for display, which I still think is really cool. But when I first started playing paintball, I was just chucking my mask down on the benches when I was coming in from games, which it took somebody else pointing out that that's not a great thing to do, especially if you wear a mask that's got softer, lower faceplate. Because if you've got a softer, lower faceplate and you leave your mask resting on top of that faceplate, things like the JT ProFlex, you run the risk of the faceplate actually warping. So it's not going to provide the right protection. If it warps in over, it's going to be up against your face. If it warps out over, then you're gonna be left with sort of like a wing thing out. It's another good point. Never leave a JT ProFlex folded up because it will seriously affect it. But having these little mask stands, when you come in from a game, you take your mask off, you hang it up on there, it's going to get a bit of air to it, so there's more chance of it drying out. It also looks really cool when you're busy setting yourself up. And you can, when you get home from your day's play, give your mask a clean, stick it on a shelf, hang your mask on it, and it becomes an ornament as well as a piece of safety equipment, which you can then represent if you've got friends over, if you want to be a bit of a paintball nerd. Either way, I absolutely love that, and I think it is definitely worth going and checking out. So like I said, guys, Manchester 3D Printing on Facebook, go check them out. Right, so again, I will drop over into the comments section here. Colin, got to go, bye. Colin, where are you going? You can't leave. I don't have enough people in my chat for you to be allowed to leave. And either way, I don't know if you're still there or not, Colin, but thank you very much for dropping in tonight. Richie Wong, thank you very much for tuning in. Oh, you finish work at 9 o'clock. Well, I suppose, if you've just tuned in because you're sitting on the toilet, well, I hope you're enjoying it, both the show and whatever you're doing. If you're just driving home or something like that, then, well, hopefully I can entertain you until you get home. And crack open a bottle of something, and why not fill Das Boot? Right, Albert, you put mini, mint, not mini. Right. Red Alert, mint game. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think I probably should just go to bed. I probably shouldn't be doing live streams like this. I should be going to bed. I nearly slept in yesterday. I wasn't actually there for work, so I worked kind of flexi time, but I nearly slept in anyway. I wanted to be there earlier. Right. Gassy is pointing out that it was mint game. Also Albert, that it was mint, not mini. Apparently I need new glasses. And Albert is clapping to Richie. So I'm assuming that that's because Richie's here, but also at work. Right then. So anyway, guys, I will drop straight over onto the next thing to talk about. Since none of you are posting comments and I haven't got anybody to talk to right now, let's drop over onto let's drop over onto this. Now this, I have literally only just found this about half an hour ago, so I haven't had a chance to look up any more information than what is on the post here. I don't know if this company makes other paintball products. I have no real idea about who they are, what's going on. But if this is legit, I think this looks really cool. Now, it's. I just hope that when this is made, it's reasonably priced, and if it is, I think this could be it could be really fun, and it also could be something very exciting for the Magfed community. This company will flick. Oh, I've got to find OBS again. Now I've lost my mouse. Right. So I'm going to flick over onto a screen share here. Check this out. Dynamic Sports Gear. I have never heard of them before, but if these guys produce good quality equipment, I think this could be fantastic. I suppose for anyone that's listening to this but not actually viewing, Dynamic Sports Gear, new project, the PSR, that is Papa Sierra Romeo 14 sniper rifle. Hey guys, as announced a few weeks earlier, we are currently working on a new project, which is a bit bigger than our paintball grenade. That's the reason why the grenade had to take a step beside. I'm assuming this means step back. There's a couple of spelling mistakes in this that kind of imply to me that there might actually be a foreign company, but let's get on with this. Sorry for this to everybody, but we are still working on the grenade. Don't worry. Our current project is named the PSR 14 and is a real action sniper rifle for the Magfed market. Today we show the first look of the final design to the public. We are working hard on this project and our plan is to release it at the end of the year. Of course, we are already one step further than this 3D drone. We have a first life-size prototype in our hands, which is 3D printed parts and metal parts. Makes sense. The 3D printing is fantastic for creating prototypes. Currently, we are working on the final steps of the magazine. Today, which I've got to admit, it looks a lot better than things like the Hammer 7. When people make rifle versions of things out of the Hammer 7, and then they've got like the Hammer 7 mags sticking out the bottom, they don't look brilliant. Then the rifle itself looks fantastic when people make really good ones, but the mag doesn't suit. If that's what the mag looks like for this thing once it's made, I think it's gonna look amazing. Currently, we are working on the final steps of the magazine. Today, we would like to give you some first overall information. The Dynamic Sports Gear PSR 14 paintball sniper rifle. Original replica design, 6.8 caliber paintball sniper rifle. It's a single shot bolt action. Makes sense for snipers. And also I kind of like bolt actions and pumps and stuff myself anyway, so I would be interested in one of these. Single shot bolt action design, real bolt function, which is another one that is nice. Instead of just like if it's a full lock, it's a lot nicer than just the little clicks that you get with Nelson based sniper rifles. Complete new bolt design with super low pressure. It's first strike ready, has a 12 round mag and adjustable internal air in stock. No hose, no external tank. Now, I'm sure there is something in UK law that might make that awkward, but I'm pretty sure it might mean that it's not legit, like to use in the UK, but I'm pretty sure something can be worked out to make these suitable for the UK. It might just be a case of running a remote line through it or something like that. This rifle will bring you a completely new Magfed experience and the most realistic sniper feeling ever. More information will follow soon. This is another one that I am actually very excited about, and I will definitely be keeping an eye on this because, like I said, I've got a bit of a thing for bolt actions and pumps and sniper rifles and stuff like that. So if this works, if I can get one of these, I probably won't even run it with sights on unless I want to start and get into making sniper videos. But if this thing shoots first strike, and if it's bolt action like it says it is, and depending on if we can get these in the UK, I could be very, very interested in one of these. I think it'll be really fun. But anyway, let's drop back over onto. I nearly clicked stop streaming there. Let's drop back over onto the main screen here. I can see that comments are popping up quite well. So I think I'm just going to click over onto here. I'm going to give that a quick refresh, see what happens, because I have got something else to show you. Oh dear, I didn't actually know that was going to happen quite as well as that, quite as much as it has. Anyway, right. So, now I need to find where my comment section is. Right then. Albert, I'm getting to that. And no, it wasn't what you thought I was talking about. What you thought I was talking about, Ben. At least I'm assuming it wasn't what you thought I was talking about. Gassy says that level of English, they could be Mackhams. That is actually true. Albert says no, the English is too good. Again, that is partly true. Nightmare, hello there. Thank you very much for dropping in. I have actually already shared your video today, so thank you very much for the video. I can't even talk. Thank you very much for the video submission. Next, there is Albert says, "Bloody hell, Dex can read. Bet you thought I was top of my class at school." No, I certainly wasn't. Richard Brown, good evening there. Thank you very much for dropping in. And Nightmare says that it looks cool. I do believe it does look cool. I will be very happy if I can get my hands on one of these. I think I could probably use one reasonably well. What does worry is, I've got to say, like, if this is the final design, what does worry is this doesn't look like it's really been designed with functionality for paintball in mind. And by that, what I mean is, everyone that has experience with paintball, I've just realised we're up to 12 viewers. Thank you very much for dropping in, people. Everyone that's played paintball pretty much knows that there is one big problem when it comes to realistic markers, and that is getting down behind the marker, having good cheek weld. Basically, yeah, Nightmare, CQB sniper. But yeah, it's getting down behind markers like this and getting good cheek weld to the stock. When you're wearing a mask, it is very difficult to get right down behind a stock, on a stock, and look down a scope effectively, or look down a barrel and use sights effectively. Which is why most paintball gear has been designed so that if you take stereotypical tournament style equipment, which I don't have anything on hand at this moment, but generally you put the stock in your shoulder, the tank then comes away. I don't know why I'm explaining this, all you guys know what it is, but it comes away from your shoulder straight out and then goes up, so you get down behind the marker and you're able to look down the barrel. When you're shooting a traditional rifle, the stock goes on your shoulder and you're leaning your head down and looking down the barrel that way. But you can't get your head normally down close enough. There is some ways to work around that, like you have things such as some people that want to use sniper rifles will use stuff like the JT Pro Flex because it has a lot more flex in the faceplate. It's still not perfect, but it's a little bit more efficient. You get some people that use properly it's actually quite a common one within the MagFed community, especially with people that use Hammer 7s, things like that, or I think it's some spiders, where they use I think it's a 45-degree kick down from that ASA fitting where they screw the tank into the back of the marker. That's a bit better, but it's still, I find you tend to have problems with the mask still touching the tank in those instances. I'm pretty sure there's the DAM and the MG100 both have sort of solved the problem by having drop down stocks on. So as opposed to the stock coming straight out the back like it would with a traditional rifle, they kick down a little bit and then come straight back, so you can get down behind the stock or down behind the marker that little bit better, which means that your performance is then going to be a little bit better. Well, Nightmare, yes, you can buy a riser, but it depends on what you're wanting from the marker. If you're wanting to do like sort of long range sniping, then yes, you can do that. But if you're wanting to do more sort of CQB sort of stuff, having risers on your markers starts making them a little bit more awkward. It's an option, but it's still getting in behind the marker. To me at least, it feels a little bit strange. And generally, unless you, I will say it, since the creation of First Strike, sniping has totally changed in paintball. But before that point, there was no point whatsoever in putting optics on a marker, because the projectiles that we're firing aren't accurate enough to really be used with optics. For really long range shots, you had to arc the marker right up, which getting the angle on a scope if I try and shoot with it wasn't really a good thing, a practical thing to do. But since First Strike has come out, where you can shoot people a lot further away, even with a flatter trajectory, having risers on is more reasonable, because they can counteract that the tilt back when you're arcing your marker up to get those shots sighted in a lot better. I'm struggling to explain it. I hope I've done a good enough job. Nightmare. It looks like it's for airsoft more than paintball. It definitely does. And I think it's because they've probably approached this with a conventional sort of... Well, in fact, they have approached this with more of a conventional rifle style in mind. Now, that's perfectly fine. But I just worry about how this will actually affect the marker itself. Now, if there's an option, if part of this has been 3D printed, I'm hoping that this might be able to be broke down. Now, if it is able to be broke down, I would like to see if there is an option to swap the full stock for maybe a direct tank mount at the bottom of the pistol grip. Now, if there is that, that would mean that possibly where between the pistol grip and the tank mount, you could actually get your head down in there and actually look down the scope. If that is an option, this could be totally different. If it's just a stock straight out the back the way it is here, I think people may have problems actually shooting it effectively without risers. But if you are buying this to shoot specifically First Strike and play the role of a sniper, then yeah, I think with a riser on, this would be probably ideal. What was right, Ben? Just get an alien with backspin. Well, you could stick a backspin bolt in anything. Is that for a flatter trajectory? Gassy says, love your interceptor and remains. Jack Rice made some great markers. Oh, is that the aliens? I never owned an alien. The only time I ever really came across anybody that did own an alien, the reg was overpressured that much it blew the reg out and into the ground. It's unfortunate, but that was a long time ago, and that was possibly just a very bad example. Gassy lol. Ben says phaser for the win. I have no idea which markers these are, guys. Nightmare. You use a drop stock, which is an angled buffer tube. Yeah. If you've got something that you can use, like a drop stock is definitely more effective, than just a straight stock out of the back. It means that you can actually stand more chance of getting down behind the marker and then being able to rise it up into the correct area. You sold the DSG. Well, I'm not surprised that went fast, mate. The DSGs are like hen's teeth over here, so yeah, it doesn't surprise that you were able to sell that. Albert, you work with some aliens. Yeah. Well, you are working in Sunderland, mate. Right then, I have one final thing to share with you guys tonight. And if, depending on what happens after this, the stream might be ending very, very early. Unfortunately, that may mean that Richie doesn't actually get word tonight. If Richie's only getting in at 9 o'clock, then he might actually miss the live stream. But right, I'm going to close this down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. And I suppose this is the official launch of my merch store. I might actually upload a very small video to my YouTube channel where specifically about this. But yes, guys, I now have a merchandise store. At the moment, the merchandise that I have on here is very, very basic, but I'm hoping to add more products to it in the future. But unfortunately, for to add more products to it, I need to actually scrounge some money together to be able to get some people to design some stuff to put some good stuff on here. So, as I said, the stuff is very basic, but please bear with us. And if you just check back regular, and I will, every time I create a new product, I will give you a heads up. So, first up, I will actually open these up in individual tabs, so you guys can, so that you can see them a little bit better. Just gotta drop down here so that I don't expose my email address. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, if I can find my OBS here, the first thing up to display today is we have the Albert Hall t-shirt. This t-shirt was the first one that I kind of designed, and I did share this one out on my Facebook page a little while ago. This one is in honor of Albert, who is currently in the live chat, and is sort of a running joke within the Technical Difficulties broadcast, which goes out on every Monday. So yes, that one indeed does go out to Albert. I'm falling all over here because my chair is breaking. Next up, there is also oh, this one is probably not. This probably could go down quite well, and also very, very badly. Magfed is just stock class in drag. Change my mind. This one is a little bit more expensive than the Albert Hall t-shirt. The Albert Hall t-shirt was the first one I designed. This one is based on there's a conservative YouTuber guy who goes around college campuses with saying things and then does the whole change my mind thing. It became a bit of a meme, and I thought, you know what it is? I'm gonna try and have a go at that. So yes, Magfed is just stock class and drag. Change my mind. Now that I have actually, this is available in different styles and colours. We have the women's classic t-shirt, the classic t-shirt, the comfort t-shirt, also the women's comfort t-shirt, and the classic tank top. Now, if anybody is interested in a particular design of t-shirt or a particular style of t-shirt or product, I can potentially sort that out. Oh man. So, yes, as for colours though, at the minute it is available in grey, white, purple, and a sort of a forest green. So then, get them while they're hot, guys, and you can be somebody that starts a conversation at the next event that you go to. But yes, hopefully you like those, guys. If anybody buys any t-shirts, obviously I'm open to constructive criticism at the moment, because I'm very new to this, but I'm trying to do this in a way that I want you guys to, if any of you want to support us, because I want to improve this show. If any of you want to support us, I want you to have something that, as well as watching my content, I want you guys to actually be able to, instead of, there's the potential of starting things like a Patreon account or stuff like that, and I don't feel that me just doing these live shows is enough to warrant asking for money on Patreon. So I'd rather try and sell you as a product that is something that you hopefully like, and then I can put that, any money that I make from these things, back into trying to provide you with entertainment. But hopefully that's enough of that. I'm going to drop back over onto the main screen. So yeah, hopefully, guys. I hope yous like them. Ben, I will indeed come cut your grass. Unfortunately, I can't cut the grass in the rain. But we will organise a day where I do come round and I'll cut your grass. But yeah, so I hope that you guys like these. Like I said, I am going to try and come up with a few more. I've got a few ideas in mind. I just need to find some. I need to scrounge a bit of money together, pay a designer, and hopefully, I'll be able to bring you some good products. And you never know. One day I might be like, I might have something like a business the size of HK. After all, I can always remember the story from like when I first started playing paintball. That HK Army were basically a local team that started off by selling T-shirts out the back of their car, and now look at how big HK is. So maybe one day I can follow through with. I can follow on that. But the Magfred is just stock class and drag. It's not serious. It's just a bit of fun, and I have actually got some ideas in mind for T-shirts that I can make up for specifically for guys within the Magfred community as well. But again, plans in the works. Right. So then, guys, let's get back into the comments here a little bit. Right. I'm losing my mouse again. Right. Ben, the alien and Infinity were a phaser design. They cross between an Ego and a Mini. Forward air spring on return. Yeah, cool. Nightmare, you run an Ego red dot. Gassy, any more nest wankers fancy the GCC with the BZ Grizzlies? We have 10 players, but can have 12. I'll have a word with the rest of the guys, Gassy, and see if anyone else fancies coming down and joining. I get the feeling that there's a good chance Chan probably would. Nightmare, red dot sights for the win. Nightmare, thing is, red dot sights, if you're talking like a laser dot, for CQB, that could be effective. It does mean that it's basically like what the SAS use. They don't particularly aim down the sights, they use the red dot. So yeah, for like things like CQB, red dot sights can actually be quite effective, even in paintball, because yes, in CQB. Unfortunately though, I tend to find that in most instances, because there isn't the fear of actual injury within paintball, things like red dots just give you away. And also, paintballs don't travel as fast as bullets, so you can actually see when a red dot comes onto you, especially if they're used in situations like the woods. If they're put on you, then you can move out the way before the ball hits you. If you're talking about red dot sights, then even then I would argue they're not really all that effective, and it's probably just something that is going to get shot and break and cost you more money in the long run. But if you like it on your marker, then yeah, all power to you, mate. Paul, when's the Mankini being released? Well, I'm not sure if you can make a Mankini on here, but you can make leggings. So yes, I could definitely have some leggings made up for you if you want some. Albert, you've got a red dot on your old. You've got a red dot on your old chap. It'll be as much use as one on an Ego. Oh, that's actually a terrible thought. Ben, does that extra go towards a hitman? Well, it might. Yes. No, the company's not. The company's name is called Ego. Fair enough then. Gassy, going from 56k to 128k. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Going from 56,000 to 128,000. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Nightmare paintball gun. All right. Albert, you know a few people who love one of them, who would love one of them Magvet tops. I'm pretty sure there's loads of people who will love them, and I'm sure I definitely won't get any hate by trying to sell those. What can I say? I suppose it's not. It wouldn't be the first time I've been called a troll. Nightmare. Definitely a Dexter's Paintball Lab, PB Lab paintball gun. You know what it is? Nightmare, if I could make one at some point, if I could ever make a paintball gun of my own, I would absolutely love to. It would be a pump, mind you, but I would love to. I don't think that is ever realistically going to happen though. it might, you never know. You never know what's going to happen, but yeah, I don't think it will. But yeah, guys, I hope he's like the idea of those merch. If anybody has any suggestions of things that they'd like to see, then I'm all ears to listen. I can't guarantee I'll be able to get it done, but yeah, I'm definitely open to suggestions. And if somebody gives us a good suggestion and it sells at all, then I might even actually give away a free T-shirt at some point. Might. But yeah, I would love to have a go at doing some of that sort of stuff. Nightmare, ego for the win. Now, is that ego as in the paintball gun, or is it ego as in something else? Yes, Ben, lamp. I do think it would be possible to get one of those a moth T-shirt made up, but I don't know how I could go about doing it. I would need. You see, it's not complicated. It's not complicated on my end, but I don't know if I could. How I would do it. Right, guys. Well, I'm actually really sorry, but it would appear that I am pretty much out of talking points for tonight. So I'm just going to quickly turn that back on. There we go. Right, so guys, if anybody has anything that they would like to talk about, a Dexter's PB jersey, and Ben, yeah, send us memes. The invisible dog. I don't know where the invisible dog is at the moment. I can try shouting on him, but I can't guarantee that he'll be back. Nightmare, Dexter's PB Lab jersey. Well, now, you see, that could actually be a sort of an option. It wouldn't be a proper jersey anytime soon, but I could potentially get a logo made and sell long sleeve t-shirts as training jerseys. It's an option, definitely an option. But yeah, I don't know where the dog is tonight. The moment I finish the stream, he'll probably appear. Well, right. So yeah, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. But as I said, if anybody has, unless anyone's got anything that they'd like to talk about, I think I'm probably Albert, no t-shirt. What, an invisible dog t-shirt? I do actually have an idea for a dog themed t-shirt that came about thanks to Monday night stream, but at the minute I need to look into it a little bit more. I need to find something to go on it. And in the context of this stream, it could be seen as a euphemism. But in the context of my streams, it could be seen as a euphemism. But also, if it's not in the context of this stream, just quite a nice t-shirt. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Nightmare, I really don't want to use my ego anymore, so I'm going to give it to my cousin, and I'm selling it for about 400 quid because it's a one of one. If you can get that, man, go for it. I mean, this is it. Some egos are still worth a lot of money. Like, if you even Clan Ego 7s, which is an Ego 7 from 2007, I know that those things are still worth a lot of money because they were actually a very, very good ego. You got some of the early SL line, which are known as being brilliant egos, or brilliant markers. They're effectively a very, very high-end ego. But I think even those still sell very well, even though they're markers that are probably about knocking on 15 years old. Yeah, I mean, some of them could potentially be 15-year-old. Ben says not many 101s. Well, that's the thing. I know that there was a few sort of like team guns were made. As for one of ones, as far as one of ones, I mean, you know, they are incredibly rare. If it's something that's been sort of anodized straight from factory and had custom parts put on it, absolutely brilliant. If it's, you know, you could be looking at very, very good money for something like that. If you're looking at something that has been made into a one of one, depending on what it is, then you could be looking at very good money, or you could be looking at no different. It would depend on many things. For example, I knew a guy that owned I know a guy that owned an Eagle 5 that had been machined down to the point where it was probably around about the same size and weight as an Eagle 8, or probably not far off. Unfortunately, it wasn't actually worth all that much, but it was a lovely marker. But it was still just an Eagle 5. Ben, think Bob Eagle 9 is one of 12, right? I think your Bob Eagle is Eagle 9 is a 1 of 12, right? I know. I'm pretty sure. Richie's Eagle 10 was his clan Eagle 10 was a 1 of 4, I think. So I'm pretty sure that there was, I don't know who the other guy was, but there was Sid and Parksy got clan Eagle 10s, but I'm not sure who else got one. Albert, so I'm going dogging. Not at the moment. Not tonight. There's too much perspiration. Nightmare. You're not sure how much your uncle paid for it, but he says it was a prototype from a company back in the day. Well, if it was an Ego, it would be Planet. Unless it could be something to do with bell seals. I'm not sure what that's in reference, Ben. No, can't be Planet. Might have been Eclipse. But yeah, it would have been Planet that made it if it was an Eagle, but it could have been outsourced to someone else for to modify or something. Could have been. But anyway, guys, is there anything else that anyone would like to talk about before we draw the stream to an end? Yes, I think we've. No, Bell Seals made them, but for Planet. Yeah. I know Bell Seals and Planet. They were basically like hand in hand near the beginning. It's a shame that Bell Seals don't really do much anymore. Basically anything, I don't think, do they? I may be wrong on that. I think, Ben, you're probably a good one to ask that. If Bell Seals do actually do anything. I know they still have some paintball gear in stock, but last time I heard, Bell Seals don't really have much left. Hello there, Martello. Red versus Blue. When is Red versus Blue? Isn't it July? Sorry, I'm burping there. Paul, post up a pic of a Nightmare. And Martello says, shameless plug. Martello, I am more than happy for you to come on my stream and give a shameless plug. You are more than welcome for sharing the information you want on here. I am all about trying to get people to go and play games. So Martello, can you tell me the dates of Red versus Blue, please? And I will give them a shout out right here and now. And also price, because price is always a massive factor. And it's on target paintball, which is... I can't remember the location. July 14th at Holmbush. It's your site that's on target, isn't it? Or have I just imagined that? Hurrah. So yes, July 14th at Holmbush Paintball. Red versus Blue. Get yourselves down and play, guys. You know, you've got a month for to organise it. Get yourselves down and go play. I wish I could, but unfortunately, it seems that I have been requested elsewhere later on in the month, and I quite frankly can't afford to play everything as much as I would like to. Ben says Bell Seals machined all of the markers for Planet. Albert says it's a shame it's too close to Paintfest. And the paintball Martello says that his site is near Plymouth. So there you go, guys. I believe it is. Yes, it's on target near Plymouth. Plymouth. Plymouth? It's all spelled the same. But yeah, guys. 14th of July, £45 at Hollenbush for Red versus Blue. That may be one that, if it happens again next year, that might actually go on my calendar for next year, because I am definitely looking at alternatives to the normal big games to check out for next year. Does Bell Seals still make all of Planet's guns? Nightmare says it's a private label Ego, so he said it was Black Widow Customs, but they made your Geo as well. Right. I can't say that I've ever heard of them. And Martello says there is also a new site coming, which they've just taken over Nuki. Awesome. It's great to hear that you're expanding. I mean, when I say I'm expanding, it's only my waistline. no, honestly, mate, that is absolutely fantastic to hear that you guys are expanding out and that you're taking on more sites. That's great to hear. I hope that we can maybe get an episode of the podcast, or possibly some content on your YouTube channel to show it off. And if you're happy to, if you want to post any content up on your YouTube channel, I'd be more than happy to share it on my page. I'd be more than happy to share it on my live stream. I don't think I have as much of a reach as you do, but I'd definitely be more than happy to share that stuff for you. Nightmare soulmate cousin just came round and picked it up. You have no pictures because he didn't play with it much. Right, no problem. Albert is saying, yes, Dex, where am I playing in July? Well, it would appear that I have been recruited to go and play for the BZ Grizzlies at Paintfest for the Grand Central Classic. I am very, very excited about this opportunity. And I'm hoping that it should be, it's going to be a really good event. It should be really good fun. Yeah. It's going to be a long time since I've played any sort of serious tournament style paintball. So the potential of having 2 days where I go and play a proper sort of paintball event like that, it's slightly scary. It's slightly less intimidating that it is going to be mechanical, I believe. So there won't be huge amounts of paint in the air, but it's still exciting and kind of intimidating because I believe part of it is on a proper tournament field part of it is in the woods, and part of it's on things like hyperball fields and stuff like that, and concept fields. So I am very, very excited, but also very nervous about the idea of playing something like this. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. Really fun and really scary. Right, Ben, I will open that up and have a look what that is. But yeah, Albert, I hope I've getting that all that right there. What I just said. Ben says no factory one of one Ego 5s. Ego 5 Geo 9s. Right. Martello says you'll be in Newquay tomorrow. We'll do a quick walk around. Awesome. Well, if you've got an idea what sort of time are you going to be there, or if you, in fact, you don't even need to let us know that. If you post up something saying that you're going to be there, or any links to for this going to be coming live stream or anything like that, I'm more than happy to share them on my page. And if you do like a live stream walk around or anything like that, I'm more than happy to share that up on my Facebook page. So, guys, if you don't follow the Paintball Mag on Facebook, or I don't know if you're planning on doing it on Facebook or YouTube, Martello, but either way, if you don't already follow him there, you can follow. Please go follow Martello on Facebook. If you don't follow Martello on Facebook, then obviously I'm going to share anything that he posts onto my Facebook page, and I'll probably I might talk about it next week if it's depending on how it is to talk about. But yeah, guys, please, if you haven't already, go over and follow Martello on the Paintball Mag, follow his YouTube channel, and follow his Facebook page as well. And also, I'm going to give him an extra little plug. Check him out on patreon.com as well. Go on to Patreon and look up Paintball Magazine PBM. For a very small amount of money every month, you can help a very good creator. You can help a very, very good content creator, or team of content creators, should I say? One particular I do have a favorite within those, but some very good content creators helping doing a brilliant thing for paintball by creating the Paintball Mag, and also taking amazing photos at events. But yeah, I think it's for like $1 a month. You can go and support them. That's like when actually translated into English pennies, that's like a packet of crisps. But yeah, I will definitely I will be giving you shout outs and so that sort of stuff. Well, on my pages anyway, Martello, which I hope it helps. I can't say it will, but I hope it helps. Nightmare, yeah, because that's how much your uncle wanted it before, because you're giving the money to him and you're giving your cousin other gear as well. Like the Twister CS2, basically like that. Alright. Right. Chan says, Google search has revealed no trace of a company that is called Black Widow Customs, other than a company that does motorcycles and 4x4s. Okay, Chan. It might be like fiddle work or something. Albert says, I have family in Newquay. Might finally have a good reason to go see your aunt and uncle. Well, no, you see, yeah, you can travel down, go say hello, and then go play the event. And if you're lucky, you might have somewhere to kip. No, I'm saying go play the event, go play the site. Right. Anyway, guys, play nice. Ben says, the Twister is committed, and Boston Paintball's brand started in the 90s and was the latest with the F5 series of cockers, minis, axes, LVs, and CS series. Very cool. Check the link you posted. It shows all factory 1 of 1 egos, and they started the graphic printed in 07. Alright. I was actually hoping that there'd be pictures. What's that? Lump and Lemon Wedding Edition Ego 7. Bloody hell. And then, so you had like the SL74s. Do I actually have any... Oh, I didn't actually realise that's, it's Nicky T that's posted that. Flash's sex toy Ego 8. Alright. There's actually been like quite a lot. Just like one of ones, and well, not one of ones, but I suppose there's the unique one of a kinds. So there's all those. Yeah, I mean that's a good number of one of ones. And then you've got what? Examples of epics, which are 2 to 5s. I wonder when this was actually updated. Examples of rares, which is 6 to 12s. I'm trying to have a quick look through. I wonder if it was the Disruption Team Ego 7, which were the ones that were like up for sale at a lot of events. I mean, what's that? The Ego 7, so that would have come out in 2007. I suppose there's potential for... I don't know if there would have been more of them made later on. Extremely limited edition, 13s to 25s. Actually, a lot of markers, isn't there? It starts getting into quite... the limited edition, 26 to 100. I can remember seeing UK Flag Edition Ego 8. I knew a guy that had one of those. And I'm pretty sure somewhere there was the Confederate Flag Ego as well. I think it was an Ego, not an E-Tech. I'm trying to see if it's on here somewhere, but I don't know if that was from the factory or if it was like a private anno job. Confederate Flag Edition Ego 8. There was 72 of them made. Alright. Yeah, I can remember seeing the Confederate Flag Egos floating around when I used to play tournament paintball. At least I can remember seeing one, but I don't know if it was the same one multiple times, but I know the guy that did actually have the UK, it was a Union Jack flag Ego 7, was it? Ego 8. And he sold it on to somebody else that lived somewhere abroad, and the guy absolutely adored it, apparently, because it was from his home country. Oh, there is photos in the link. Right, I'll have to have a look through those later on. Ben, the Dow Team Edition Ego 9, there was 13. Chances, the Bling Ego was a 1 of 1, wasn't it? Was that the Aurora one? Sorry, Dow, not Bob. You have one of them. I'll have to have a look at those as well, Ben. See what they were actually like. Nightmare. No, we have more because we share markers. Well, how your dad play? If we have one marker each, your uncle also comes with a lot, so we let him use his gear so that he gave to look after. Right. Nightmare. Again, I like to play mech more than electro. That's why there's so many videos and pictures of your GOG enemy. That's understandable. Yeah, that's understandable. Anyway, though, guys, I think, unless I've said it umpteen times now, if anybody's got anything that they would like to talk about, then I'm more than happy for it to sit here and keep talking. It's what I want from this show. So I'll give you a second there if you want to post anything up, because I realise by the time you actually hear it and then you actually type it up, it takes a minute. So yeah, I shall just be your dancing monkey for a little bit longer. But yes, since I'm not sure if who was in, but I suppose why not? I'll share it once more. For those that didn't see it earlier on, I'm now selling t-shirts. And yeah. Mark Fred is just stock class and drag. Change my mind. But actually, since the topic has come up, can't anybody change my mind about that? Chan, nah, the Ego 9 that was covered in Schwartz. How do you even say that? Swarovski crystals was $5,000. You wouldn't play with that though, would you? You couldn't play with that. That would take a hit and just like blow them off the side of the marker. Chan, the progress on the EMEC mods is going good. Awesome, Chan. I'm hoping that if you're back on Monday night, then you can show off your mods on your EMEC then. Because I'm actually really excited to see how that comes on, and especially once it's complete, I think that is going to look amazing. And I really did like your back cap. I know I didn't have much time before the stream started, but I did see the back cap, and it does look good. It looks different and awesome. Ben thought it was a 10, but what's that? £4,999.95 to me. Yeah. That's actually quite a good one, that, Paul. I might actually have to steal that one off you, and I'm going to actually write that down. Magfed is airsoft for big boys. I really quite like that. I'm actually writing that down. Thank you very much for that, Paul. I'll tell you what, Paul, if I make that t-shirt and it sells, you'll either get a free one, or I'll buy you a box of paint at an event. Yeah, I actually really like that. I do think it's I think that's quite a good idea. Chan says Magfed is easier than stock class. Definitely, Chan. I 100% agree that Magfed is easier than stock class. And yet, it's a lightweight Tony pump. Albert, only Magfed gun that could change your mind is the planet. And it's actually funny that you should happen to mention that, Albert. Because I'm glad you did. Because I forgot to do today's video shout-out. Which today's video shout-out actually goes over to Artwood, and funny enough, he's playing Magfed. Bear in mind the t-shirt that I've made. And yeah, this week's video shout out goes to Artwood for his most recent gameplay video, which he is using the new Eclipse MG100, and the marker looks good. I know some people, when the MG100 was first sort of showing off a little bit, people weren't happy about it. People didn't really like the way that it looked. I do. I think it doesn't look like a stereotypical... It doesn't just look like another M4 platform marker. It looks unique. It looks sort of semi-sci-fi, and it looks really good. Now, watching Artwood's gameplay, that marker, to me, looks like it is shooting spot on. It's using possibly the best mags that are on the market in the minute, which, as I understand it, are it uses the DAM mags, which, as I understand it, are possibly the best mags on the market at the moment. It shoots straight. It is based on, I think it's based on an EMEC platform, so it's a mechanical marker. You know it is going to work. At the minute, there is no box mag option because even though it uses damn mags, the damn box mag won't work with it because apparently the mag and the guns sync up. I've been told. So at the moment there is no option for a box mag. However, I'm sure somebody will work that out. But either way, it looks brilliant. You know, they've got that what I talked about earlier on, where they have the drop stock in, so that it you know, you can actually get down behind the marker. And Artwood, I told him, I've even sent him a message saying it. Artwood's videos just keep getting better and better. If you're not already subscribed to Artwood, go over and check his videos out, subscribe him, because he's really good at making his content, and he's one of these YouTubers that he's grown and he's consistently improved. Every video he makes, he gets better and better. I've even noticed there's some things in his videos that I notice when I watch his videos that there'll be different things in there. And actually, I sent him a message the other day and said, look, I loved your video, but he's got an XP bar in his videos. Says, is the XP bar new? I've never noticed it before. And say, no, it's actually been in there for years, but it's only just now that I've just noticed that. And it's every time he shoots somebody, he gets XP in the game, which then you can work out how many people he's shot on his videos. I love things like that. It's like nice little touches. But there's loads going on. They're entertaining. He puts them together very well. I would highly recommend going and checking the video out. There is a link in the description down below. Again, thank you very much, Albert, for reminding us on there. But yeah, go check it out. And if I was going to go and buy a mag-fed marker, if I wanted something that's semi-automatic, that's like a bit like an assault rifle sort of style or something like that, the MG100 is probably where I'm going to be looking. But I must also admit that I can't remember what the company was called, the Dynamic Sports Gear, their sniper rifle does look pretty damn cool. But yeah, guys, go check out Artwood. If you haven't already subscribed him, go subscribe him, because the bloke does deserve to have more subscribers. Definitely go check him out. Right, so now that I've got that's the video shout out of this week done, we'll drop back in the comments for a little while. Chan mag-fed his airsoft with bigger balls. I like that, but I think like it's almost a little bit cliche. It's just the same sort of it's almost the cliche sort of you know, paintball that's have bigger balls sort of thing. It's a good one, and yeah, you never know. I might actually make that into something at some point. I don't know. I quite like mag-fed as airsoft for big boys. I quite like that a bit more. Ben, you want to run one of those drum round mags on the TPX? Yes, the 3D printed drum mags. I think they hold something like about, I'm sure it's about 100 shots or something. They're kind of cool, but can you imagine how weighty that would make a TPX? And if we're talking of other YouTubers, Dr. Rush actually did a review of one of those drum mags a little while ago. If you haven't checked it out already, go check out Dr. Rush's YouTube channel and check out his review of the drum mag. Definitely worth checking. Nightmare, looking at getting an acid wash for your TPX, or getting a skeleton body for the enemy. Well, I mean, a skeleton body, I suppose you could buy them, but you could make one yourself. I suppose it depends on how good you are with a Dremel. But as far as an acid wash for the TPX, the cheapest option would be if you go for hydro dipping. A more expensive option, now because it's only really one metal part, would be you could just get the sort of the block of the TPX that the barrel slides through. You could get that anodized, because if you're just running the normal TPX barrel, you can't really see much of the barrel, so there's no point in anodizing the barrel. If you've got an extended barrel in there, definitely consider that as an option. But yeah, you should be able to get just the block in the TPX anodized, and that would look kind of cool. Chan says the MG looks like a customized sport and AR. It kind of does, yeah. But that's the thing. It doesn't just look like another bog standard AR. It looks more sci-fi. It looks more sort of. It just to me it looks more aesthetically pleasing. But that's because I don't generally go in for the whole sort of bog standard sort of gear. Which I mean, probably know more than most people, Chan. Ben says the box mag is Bluetooth linked. WeFix is good. The thing is, I don't know. I mean, if you stick a box mag onto the MG100, it does mean you're not gonna have to change mags for ages. I think the box mag holds something like about 350 rounds, so that could effectively, you could take that out and it would last you ages. But I think it kind of ruins the point of it. I'm sure it definitely could be sorted out though. There's got to be a way that you can just swap like the box mag internals for normal rotor internals or something. Just turn it on and have constant feed, and then stops the normal torque system the same as the rotor. Gotta be done. Chan, I just removed the Bluetooth or override for constant feed. There we go, exactly. There we go. So, Chan, you're probably you and Ben are probably the guys to do it. Buy yourselves an MG100, which, well, once they're actually released, get yourselves a box mag and do it. Be the first guys to do it. You will have, if you do that, you will have people going mental. Especially, like the Chandy man can. So if anything needs to be machined, you can do it. It's if you guys could definitely sort that out without a doubt. Nightmare, you're gonna it's gonna be a 260 shell, but you're hoping Spire 3 internals will fit. Definitely try. If it doesn't fit to start with, you can always make it fit. Chan, yes, do it as big boys. Bigger boys sound like you mean plus sized guys. Ben says, yep, same as making the PAL IntelliFeed. Is there a PAL IntelliFeed? Can you make a PAL IntelliFeed? Does the PAL count as an IntelliFeed? Do it. Chan, extended barrel for the win. Well, when I actually used to run a TPX for a while, I did actually build a Sarge kit setup. I had the Sarge kit on with the fold out stock, and because I tried to run a TPX based sniper rifle setup, I did actually put an extended barrel on it, which was, I believe, donated kindly by Mr. Wong in the chat there. And I still have the barrel, but it was everything. The marker shot fine with round ball, but I could never get it to shoot first strike. Just wouldn't work. So I ended up giving up. And there is actually a photo somewhere. I think I've got it on my phone of me doing a sort of a mic take where I put every single item that I had that would fit onto my TPX. To the point where I actually believe I had a telescope mounted on the top as well. Could see to the moon, but not shoot that far. Albert says, do you think that Airsoft dream that one day when they all grow up they can play paintball? No, because they don't like getting dirty, Albert. Richie Wong, reading the turd on here, Das Boot is coming out for adult beverages. Very nice, Richie. Unfortunately, Richie, we have not got very long of the show left. But thank you very much anyway for joining with. Aha, doggo! See, right now. Are you going to come up tonight? Are you gonna come up and see? Come on. You want to come up and see? I'm going to prove to you. Look. Hey, doggo! See? I actually do have a dog. See, there he is. Yes, and I am also sitting here in my pajamas, and that is my washing basket. I wasn't just molesting myself the other night. Bye. Don't lock him in. Anyway, there we go. So, yes, guys. I do actually have a dog here. Right. Right, I've got to find where I was. Come on, Gibbs. Come on. Anyway, right, what was I saying? It's a stunt dog. I'm not keeping up with the comments. Albert, talk sci-fi board. Do you not think some new masks? Talking sci-fi. Do I not think some new masks look like B-movie props? Ooh, yes. I'm assuming by that you mean in particular the Angel Eyes or C2 Eon, which I will not believe that that mask is being made until I see it on shop shelves. That mask has been, I've seen it in the industry, being banded around for must be 10 years, maybe 9 years, that the C2 Eon and or the Angel Eyes, whatever you want to call it, has been bounced around. So there's that. It does look a bit like a B-movie prop, to be perfectly honest. I'm not a big fan of it. I know there is some people that are diehard and obsessed and are desperate to get their hands on one, but I don't see what the appeal is. Other than that, you've got I don't know what it's called, but Valken created a mask a little while ago, a few years ago now, and if you took the orange one looked like Dr. Zoidberg from Futurama. It didn't look brilliant, but I mean, as a mask, I'm sure it was perfectly fine, but it looked like Dr. Zoidberg. So when how you look does mean a lot to a lot of players. It was a bit new. Chan says box mag plus hand crank to turn MG into a Gatling gun. Damn right. I bet you know. I reckon you probably could do the hand crank thing quite well, but that makes us think. How many of you guys have seen the video that was shared? That I first saw shared by 68 Caliber on Facebook. I then shared it to my Facebook page as well from 68 Caliber of the quad barrel ion. Somebody built a juggernaut setup using a quad barrel ion with some kind. I don't think it's a max loader. It might be a max loader, but I don't think it was. And it is awesome. I'm not going to show it on stream, but if you just want to go on either check it out on my page or go find 68 Caliber on Facebook. It sounds like a swarm of bees or something when the guy starts firing it. And he runs up and there's a couple of guys who've got their back to him, and when he starts firing, they turn around and you can see the sort of the panic on their faces. You would have thought an entire team had just run up behind him. He just runs up and just when he pulls the trigger, you just hear. It's a beast of a gun. Now apparently it was made out of 4 ions, and 4 of them firing at the same time. It's just awesome. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. Ben says, no, you can though. 6-barrel minigun pump. Well, was it not it was something like the Godzilla or something like that, where it was actually a 4-barrel pump. That's kind of cool. Chan says no pumps. Yes, Chan, pump all the guns. Pump as a backup option. Well, I suppose if you're not going to have it as a primary option, at least have it as a backup option. I feel like the conversation between Ben and Chan has turned into a bit like the no capes scene from The Incredibles. Albert, Battle Beyond the Stars for 1 and Prawns of District 9. Yes, yeah, that's it. I do kind of feel like the Angel Eyes is very reminiscent of the prawns from District 9. Tad. Good boy. If you come here, I'll pet you while I'm talking. Nightmare. Got yourself a stronger feed tube for the egg. Good lad. That's normally one of the first things that goes on them, so if you can get yourself a reinforced one, that's brilliant. Paul says, nope, it's a stunt dog. Can't afford a stunt dog. Richie Wong, thank God has had enough of our gingerness. More Gibbs needed. Thank God you've had enough of gingerness. More Gibbs needed. Right. Oh, they ain't ever coming out. Oh yeah. The Angel Eyes. No, they're not. Yeah, HK have now posting up with it. I don't believe HK are actually planning on releasing them. I think they've posted that as a troll to see if people would bite. I don't believe they're coming out. I will not believe it until I see them on the field. Richie Wong, Profits. Yeah, I suppose they weren't exactly an amazing mask. Were a bit kind of sci-fi. I can imagine, in fact, was it the Sly Prophets that were actually used in System of a Down BOB or BYB? Was it? I can't remember. It looked kind of similar. Ben, they were a WDP thing called Angel Eyes, and they were meant to look like a fly. They couldn't get the lens past. Yeah, and apparently I don't know why they did it, but like in the nose section, the lens actually covered down over the nose where it didn't actually need to protect because there was plastic behind it, and apparently that used to fog up kind of from the middle of the mask, which wasn't good. Chan, oh, you can hand crank quite well. I bet you can. Paul, you'd put money on Blakey having a set of Angel Eyes in his garage. Yeah, he probably does. He seems to have everything else. Chan, that's what I was going for, Dex. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Richie Wong, Blakey has Lord Lucan in his garage. Yes, well, like I said, he does seem to have everything else. Nightmare, didn't Mark from HK Army have a set of Angel Eyes? But your guess is that something is happening with the Angel Eyes. The thing, Nightmare, I would guess if Mark from HK does have a set of Angel Eyes, those are probably the ones that were used in the video where the guy's getting out of the Lamborghini with a paintball gun, and it was using a couple of promo shots. And I get the feeling that they were only done as a troll. I don't believe that they were actually done as a legit product. Now, I'm prepared to be wrong on that, and if I am wrong, I'm more than happy to accept that I'm wrong. But I just don't believe that those will ever actually see store shelves. If they do, I'll be incredibly surprised. I can actually remember one shop had them up for sale, and they were on pre-order and everything, and they never turned up. They weren't. I think the company that was selling them thought that they were gonna come out. Obviously, they did if they were putting them up for pre-order, but they just never materialized. I think they just wanted to get ahead of the curve and thought they could probably get them in, and then were never able to. But that's just what I believe. That's not what I know. Ben, you have a 1 of 0 ego 76. It's the same thing, really. Albert, you think the push mask looks sci-fi as well? Well, I mean, to be fair, I think to an extent, most paintball masks look kind of sci-fi. Some more sci-fi than others. I mean, if you look at some like the old Scott masks, they look kind of very sort of 1980s sci-fi robot. But if you look at some of the new masks, they look kind of space trooper-esque. So yeah, I think yeah. Nightmare at Paul. You'll ask him. He probably does have some stuff stashed away though. Nightmare, you're playing with Blakey at YPC this month. Well, I hope he's have a good time. That'll probably be the last weekend of this month, is it? Right, anyway, guys. So I think that's probably where I'm going to end the stream for tonight. Paul, I've got to say again, a massive thank you for the suggestion for a t-shirt. And if it, like I said, if it does sell, then I am more than happy to, like, if I can get sales on that, then I will either provide you with one of the t-shirts, or because I think if you've come up with a t-shirt, it's only fair that I can try and repay the favour. Other than that, if a t-shirt isn't up to your satisfaction, then I might get you a box of paint instead, but only if the t-shirt sells. But anyway, guys, so thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Albert says, before I go here, Albert says HK had the mask that Albert wore as a prop, which I believe Albert still has the photo of that of him wearing the mask, and sometimes teases people with it. Richie Wong, Vent Predator, the best mask ever. Richie, again, before I go, can you not still get a lens for that and actually use it? Because it is, by rights, an official paintball mask, and if you could get a lens that would fit, then I suppose you could actually still use it. Yes, anyway, so I'm going to end the show there, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yes, Chan, bye-bye, love you too, and toodles to you too. Guys, as always, thank you very much for tuning in. I have been Dexter, and this has been the Low Energy live stream. It's always appreciated when you guys take the time and effort for actually tuning in with us. And I love you all. You know, big kisses, big hugs, big internet hugs. And I shall see you all at a game shortly. But thank you once again, and toodaloo.